Hello friends, welcome to Conversations with Deepak. The Indian tile and bathroom fittings industry is quite complex. Despite the loud branding and the heavy duty marketing that we see around us, on the inside there's a lot of turmoil. There's been hardly any growth in the last 4 to 5 years. In fact, the leaders have been losing market share. New players have been crowding the markets, and this increasing competition has been hurting the top lines and bottom lines of everyone. On top of that, we are now faced with a new crisis. So what is the way ahead for this industry? Are we headed for a shakedown? What's the way to survive? What do customers want? What do dealers want? All this and more we will explore in today's conversation. And my guest today, who will help us get an understanding of some of these issues, is one of the most experienced professionals of the Indian tile industry. My guest today is Prafulla Gattani, Executive Director at Asian Granito Limited. Prafulla has spent nearly 30 years in this business, and he has worked with some of the most profound promoters that have changed the dynamics of this business, the tiles business. So we expect to get some very interesting insights from Prafulla about the industry and of course about Asian Granito and its ambitions for the Indian and global markets. So Prafulla, welcome to Conversations with Deepak.
Thank you, Deepak, and very lovely to see you, and you being a host is always wonderful. Thank you very much for inviting me for this conversation.
How are you doing?
Wonderful. Everything is okay. So far, so good. And nothing more we can say right now. So far, so good is the right way.
It's good enough. So far, so good.
Yes.
But how is the state of affairs in the ceramic hub of India in Gujarat?
Deepak, very rightly you have said that I am sitting in Ahmedabad city, and which is like capital of commercial capital of Gujarat. Twin city with Gandhinagar. Gujarat can be called capital of ceramic industry also as a state, because around 85% capacity, manufacturing capacity are situated mostly or a part of a Gujarat state only. That way, Gujarat can be called as a controlling state as far as ceramic business is concerned. And post-COVID and pre-COVID, we can divide into two now world scenarios. World over, the discussion is the same, like for anything we talk about personal life, or we talk about a commercial life, or we talk about emotions or social. Everything pre-COVID was a different definition, and the post-COVID is a different definition. Similarly, pre-COVID, ceramic industry was in a different loop altogether, and the post-COVID it has become different, and for good. In fact, the post-COVID, whatever has happened, it has happened for good, because pre-COVID there was a lull in the business, little kind of a recession. We have been observing it, and we thought that the coming 2 quarters or 3 quarters is going to be very tough. Like the Q2, Q3, and Q4 for the financial year 21-22 or 2021 would be very, very bad. That's what was our anticipation. COVID started, and our anticipation became more cemented. We started thinking that no, it will damage more, and situation is going to be the worst situation. But for good, what happened post-COVID is something extremely different than anticipated. One, the global market opened up completely, which was not anticipated. The exports are growing tremendously from India, and Indian suppliers are replacing Chinese suppliers in the world market for ceramics. Indian market, especially per se, for the domestic market, when we talk about non-urban areas or non-metros, you just leave apart around 6 or 7 cities, top cities of India. The rest of the country is doing phenomenal work as far as construction is concerned. There is a good construction going on everywhere. Ample labor is available because there is a transition of labor from the metro cities has happened to the villages, rural areas, and semi-urban areas. So in those areas where labor was always in a scarcity, today labor is available at a much cheaper price than the previous price. Second, the ample labor is available from the government of India. There is a good support available for the finance for budget housing, which is very popular in rural and urban, semi-urban area in India. So the finance is available as low as around 7% today. So that is helping a lot the whole construction industry and especially ceramic industry. And ceramic industry contributes approximately around 7 to 8% of the total construction industry. So that part, which is like one of the integral and important part of a construction industry, is getting benefited a lot. So I personally feel post-COVID, all the companies have resumed very well. Capacity utilization has gone up to around 80% as of now for the pan India, all manufacturers. Per se for Asian we are doing almost around 90% capacity utilization, which is one of the highest in the country. So a lot of positive changes that happened when we talk about post-COVID scenario.
Oh, you make it sound as if COVID has actually been a blessing for this industry, because last few years there has been a lot of difficulties. We can say out of the top 10 players, only 3 or 4 players have actually increased their market share in the last 5 years. Why is it that only few have increased market share? What is the reason?
See, post-COVID, when we talk about in general for all the players, I think Morbi sector got started a little late because of the scarcity of labor, and same happened with few of the manufacturers in North, especially because they were not having ample labor available. But when we talk about Asian, we had one advantage that our labor we hosted it inside the factory premises only. All 9 factories, we were hosting our own labor inside the factory premises. We provided them and we helped them with enough food supply and enough medical supply. This gave them a very good confidence, and they did not leave. When at the verge of, they were in the mindset of leaving and going back for a break, not for leaving the factory, for a break to their hometown. Suddenly, the government decided to open it up, and we could keep our workforce available with us. And we were the first one to tell you, Deepak, that we started on the 10th of May, all our 9 plants. We were the first one in India to resume operations in all 9 plants across the country. And we are running, as I said, that we are running at around almost 90% capacity as of now. And other players also followed later on. Demand is very good. Domestic demand is very good besides metro. Some of the large manufacturers who were focused and who are having a complete focus of their brand in the urban and metros, they are a little more damaged. But otherwise, I think all other players are doing pretty well right now.
What is the nature of this demand that is coming now post-COVID? Is it for new construction or renovation?
Renovation is going on in a big way. Okay, and if I divide it into further one more part, which is like a price range also. So today the demand is more budget and little luxury, but not the super luxury and luxury. For example, there is a one segment which is called slab segment. So slab segment is little stressed still. Okay, the last tiles is little stressed. And similarly, Italian marble for flooring or Turkish marble or more important marbles like Afghan marbles and other things, onyx and all, very, very stressed. But particularly when we talk about Asian Granito, we have a very large product range under which we have this complete budget range available. Okay, and that is doing phenomenally well right now. So we have covered our market very well. We were focusing from the beginning into non-metro cities more. And in last 2 years, our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, has given us a vision to go ahead more with less of institution sales, more into retail sales. So we have been doing a lot of retail focus also. So with that, what is happening today, that our market is widely distributed, and we are playing a very major role in budget price segment, and we are playing also a major role in semi-urban and rural areas. And the demand is coming more from the renovation and around 40% from the new projects.
But this increase in demand, is it unusual or is it regular demand? Is there any impact on what is the reason for this increased demand in the rural areas?
See, normally when we talk about the west and north of India, see, Indian market is, first of all, we have to understand it is cyclic, because like monsoon and the festivals, they influence demand a lot. When we talk about west, north and east especially, it is influenced with the demand pre-Dashera and pre-Diwali, because most of the people, they prefer to take their possessions during Dashera or Diwali. So there is always a Q1, Q2 is very strong, because people, they want to buy tiles and they want to complete their construction, or they want to renovate their one thing. So this is basically a normal demand. First of all, we have to understand this is normal. But the Q1 was very bad this year. Q1 was very bad because of the lockdown. No transportation was available, no labor was available, and nobody was interested in doing any such work. So this is basically a cyclic demand, which is like now should come from the east, west, and north of India, and it will work very well. I think it will be a natural segment. It is not something which is artificial. But of course, because labor availability or workforce availability in the rural areas are much higher right now, so there is a, I mean, substantial part of this demand is coming from those unconventional areas also, right?
What is your outlook for the next 2 to 5 years?
See, the normal outlook pre-COVID was different. Post-COVID, with the global scenario, is much different, and most of the top players in the country, including AGL, Granito, they have become very aggressive suddenly, considering the new field available, which is like international market, which was not there with us. Okay, so much, because traditionally, if you see, the China was controlling almost 60% of the global market in quartz, ceramic, tiles, bathwares, and trivia everywhere, and in construction material basically. But suddenly this has gone down to like 30 or 20%, and the players, conventional player like Italy and Spain, they have grown substantially in this market, and India, which is going to be a new entrant, I mean new entrant at the leadership level, not a new entrant at the playing level. We were like always a player in the global market, but we were never a leader. So now we are in a position to become a global leader also. Export this year will grow by almost 20%. That is, it looks like that, and maybe by the year of financial year, it may grow more also. So our tiles are very well accepted. I'm talking about an industry generally. I'm not talking about just Asian Granito. Asian Granito till last year had a dream of covering 70 countries. In last year, we covered 78 countries. This year, for the financial year, for 2021, our target to touch 100 countries. Okay. Just to tell you, Deepak, we have already touched 100 countries. We have already crossed 100 country exports today. Okay. So this is a big change is happening. Like, more countries are welcoming Indian product over Chinese product or any other product. They are accepting. Our quality is accepted world over now. Our prices are established. People are happy with our services also. So this is a new trend from Indian ceramic industry world over. And we are in the process of becoming a global leader among the top 3 suppliers to the world.
Coming back to your presence in the Indian market, you have said that majority of your sales are coming from the non-metro and non-tier 1 geographies. Traditionally, that has been your core belt. What are you planning for the metros? How are you planning to improve your sales in the metros and the larger cities? Or do you want to remain a master of the hinterland?
See, we are the master of Bharat, and the real Bharat, it is in non-metros. Okay, so we are the master of Bharat, and we would prefer to remain the master of Bharat, and we are associated with Swachh Bharat. So Bharat and Swachh Bharat is we love that concept. So we would be definitely playing a major role and a leadership role in non-metros. And for metros, it's my personal version. that everybody, including me, will have to wait and watch. It will take maybe another a month or two, and we need to wait and watch. The labor should come back. They should feel comfortable coming out of their home, because a lot of people, yeah, there's a big change is happening. The laborers who were not having a small houses in their villages, now when they've gone back, even they are thinking of making at least one toilet in a small house, maybe one room, something like this. And that is why it is, demand in rural areas is jumping. This has given a new dimension to the life. This COVID has given a new dimension to the life. People, those who were like staying away from the houses, they've started loving more their families, their hometown, their houses. If they were not having a houses and they were living in a rented house, they want a smaller house also, but they want to own a house. So complete concept of being with our own people or our own society or our own village or our own town has increased a lot. Even you would agree, Deepak, that you must have spent the best of the time in these 4 or 5 months with your family, and your family must be always thanking you for this thing, that the kind of quality time you are giving. Okay, and you must be delivering more also, because today your meeting is more concrete, more to the more focus, and delivering more results. Okay, because when you are coming with a digital meeting or on a Zoom or something like any media meeting, then your output is exactly defined. Whereas in general meeting, physical meeting, output was not defined. So this is what exactly is happening. People have changed their dimensions of their life, and they are doing that more aggressively and more passionately towards their own home, their house, their villages, something like this. So we have to wait and watch for metros for some time.
Talking about the industry, since the levels of competition have increased significantly over the past several years, number of players have also come in. So how is it becoming easy or difficult to conduct business, particularly now? So if I were to say digitalization, you mentioned digitalization. What's happening on the digitalization front in the industry and particularly at Asian Granite?
See, pre-COVID, the digitalization, especially among our dealers and distributors, was not so very well accepted and welcomed. They always, and including our channel partners and our family members like architects and interior decorators, they used to expect that there is a physical meeting, physical samples are available to them, and accordingly they used to take a decision. But post-COVID, in the first quarter itself, we realized that no, this is not going to be the life, and life will change a lot. And very quickly, we converted a lot of operations and a lot of communication on digital media, including sample distribution, including catalog distribution, including our meetings, physical visits got converted into Zoom meetings or some other media meetings also. So like that, it has happened. It took almost around 1 to 2 months for us initially, say May and June time, and later on people have accepted it very well. Now they are no more bullish or aggressive or demanding that no, they need anything more. In fact, many of the top architects, they flatly refuse. They say, no, please don't come to our office. Send your sample on WhatsApp or catalog by email. I'll go through it. I'll come back to you. Okay. And they come back very quickly. Otherwise, it was a different situation. What used to happen? Like sample भेज दिया है, वो 2 दिन पड़ा हुआ है, उसके बाद में they will see and they'll come back to us, which is not happening today. उसके WhatsApp पे if there is a message, he will see, he will come back. If he like or dislike, he'll immediately come back to us. So delivery schedule on any act has become much better, I would say, because of digitalization. We have invested a huge amount as far as in terms of manpower, increasing our manpower for digital work, and as well as our technical upgradation also we have done it. So not just one part which is marketing part, but even the other commercial issues also we have digitalized. So a lot of activities have got converted as far as the AGL is concerned into digital form, and we are working constantly to make sure that now it becomes a completely a parallel way of marketing than physical way. So physical and digital both ways should remain together, and it is very good. And especially if you talk about international market, we are 100% today digital. Nobody has visited us in 3 months, but we are supplying almost more than 100 containers every month. Okay, before we used to wait, somebody will come, we'll go pick him up, we'll take him to factory, he will spend 3 days, our team will be busy. Nothing is happening, that sort of thing. We are sending samples by pictures or images by mail or by WhatsApp or something like this, and they are responding back, and business is doing very well. In fact, the export business is increasing of total India, not only just of AGL.
Uh, what about technologies? What kind of new technologies in the ceramic production are likely to play a key role?
See, technologically, if you see ceramic is one thing, it's like textile. There is a huge technology upgradation keeps happening. Uh, every 3 years, I would say every 3 year to 4 year. Generation changes. And I myself, I am in the ceramic industry from 1994, okay, 1995. I am here. And I have seen a big change from those days to this day. That time, if you remember, in 1994, the few companies were manufacturing tiles, and the tile size was 4 inches by 8 inches, 6 inches by 12 inches, and the good tile was 12 inches by 12 inches, 1 feet by 1 feet. And then in 1995, 6, 7, we launched 400 by 400 tile, and it was like a big thing. Oh God, I mean, this company can make 400 by 400 tile, something like this. Today, India is capable of making like 6 feet by 12 feet tile, or okay, 8 feet by 12 feet by tile, something like this. Large slabs are being manufactured. So there is a lot of upgradation in technology has happened. Earlier, when we talk about in 90s, India was known as dumping area or dumping field for used machinery. Most of the people till 1999 used to buy discarded machinery from Italy, Spain, Turkey, or America, Germany, and they use it. They used to use it. And those machines normally would have used there by 15, 20 years. So you can imagine what kind of a technology we were getting in 90s. Okay. But post 90s, and I have contributed, in fact, I'm very proud to say my contribution was the largest in technology transfer from those days. And I was the first one who provided technology for making 2 feet by 2 feet tile, which was the largest tile in India at that time, and 2 feet by 2 feet by 3 feet tile. And a lot of technology transfer I brought it from China and Italy. Okay. And we converted mindset from buying a mix of machinery from China and Italy and reducing the total cost of the projects, plus buying fresh machinery, the new machinery and updated technology with upgraded electronics and upgraded mechanical part. This has transformed the complete Indian ceramic industry from 2 feet by 2 feet tile in 2000 year 2000, 2001, 2003. Now today we are making, as I said, 8 feet by 12 feet tile also in India. So this is the upgradation is happening in terms of size, in terms of printing also. I was the first one who brought the first digital machine in India. In 2010, I was the first man. It is still on the record of a custom and excise duty. You can say the first machine of digital tile was bought, digital printing was bought by me in India. And today, 100% companies cannot run without digital printing. Okay, so that is a new transfer of technology I can say is happening. People are accepting it. And the community in ceramic industry or family in ceramic industry is very aggressive, very bullish in India. They accept any new technology now very fast, which was not there 20 years before. Okay, now this new generation, they have muscle power, they have a money power, they have a mental power. They are buying best of the machines from the world over. They are buying best of the technologies. Manpower is continuously getting trained in India and abroad also. In fact, today I feel very happy to see, if you see in western part of the world, in a lot of the factories, you will find Indian technicians are working in ceramic factories. Talk about Africa, talk about Middle East, talk about Eastern Europe, you will find a lot of Indian managers, or even in America, Indian managers, Indian workers and semi-skilled or skilled people are working in ceramic industry. It means we have updated our people so much that in 2000 or before 2000, people from Spain, Italy, and China used to come and they used to teach and provide us technology, and they used to work with us in our factories, and we used to pay them handsome money. Today, our people are managing other factories. It means we have upgraded not only in terms of technology in India, upgraded the skilled manpower also in India. Both things has happened in last 1 year.
What about the product development and the design aspect? of the business, because that is what the customer gets to see, the types of specialized products as well as the designs of these products. How are we doing as an industry there?
Deepak, this is the crux of this business. What you are asking, okay? If you cannot do product development, you cannot do design development, you cannot upgrade your technology, you will be completely out of business. This is a perennial process. If you want to establish your leadership, okay, and which we believe in, so we continuously upgrade our technology. We have a separate R&D center. We have our own quality control center. In fact, recently, on 3rd October or on the 2nd October, on the day of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, we have opened up a very huge showroom of 15,000 square feet in Morbi, which is showcasing the best and latest product. Okay, more than 600 products are showcased there, and you would find that it is the latest products are available in that showroom in Morbi, and it was focused for the global market, because a lot of buyers from international community comes to Morbi and they want to see under one umbrella, one roof, all the products. So we have just launched it, and on the 2nd October this year only. So we are continuously, I personally believe in continuous upgradation of technology, and best of the technology, whether we are getting it from India or outside, both. So there is a technology involvement in printing, in designing, in shaping, and in the surface of the tile. All different part of the tile itself. Like one is surface, which can be matte, which can be glossy, which can be satin, which can be something different also, wooden finish or something like, or a stone finish. Tiles can have different finish. So there is a continuous process to upgrade the surface. One, different kind of a surface, different kind of a version available, and we keep working on this. Second is the print pattern. So print pattern keep changing. It's like textile. Some people they like simple, plain and pleasant colors. Some people they want different colors, heavy or dark colors, more jazzy colors. And India has got a very peculiar habit. All the states have their own choices, and one is different. Like if I talk about Delhi, what tile I can sell best in Delhi, you will not be able to sell it in Karnataka or Kerala.
Very good.
Kerala has a very different choice, absolutely opposite of New Delhi and Kerala. What I sell it in Gujarat, I would not be able to sell it in Calcutta. The choices are much different in different regions. So we have to develop technology, surfaces, color, prints according to the choice, according to the upcoming market also. Okay, so like that we keep doing it, and we have a very huge team, in-house team available. Plus we are also having a lot of international tie-ups for the glazes, for the prints, for the inks, for the design from Italy and Spain, and we continuously keep taking their help to upgrade our technology, upgrade our manpower skill, and our machinery also. So keep doing it.
What about in product development? I meant unique products. Of course, we see large number of tile sizes and we see designs, but special products. What about those? Because we see more of these special products in the evolved Western markets, which help in the installation, improving the perfection of the flooring or the walls. We don't see their uses in India. Do we not develop these products, or are they not being used?
See, traditionally, before a couple of years, the special products were not sold in India. The reason being only cost. Okay, they are costlier, and people they want comparatively cheaper. Our market is a mass market. We are into India and still into budget economy. So people cannot afford those special products. That is one issue. For example, in Germany, if you go any house or any restaurant, if you visit, it will have at least 10% of special products available. Laid down. Even if you go in more detailing, if you the corners are also made there, specially designed, because corner also ceramic. Even the corner of the wall, corner of the floor, it is also designed so that there is a zero dust or zero bacteria or antifungal kind of a thing they wanted when they wanted floor, and very easy to clean. So they go into that kind of a detailing, that they want the turnings, curvatures, curving, bullnosing, something like this. Plus technical tiles for exteriors, for interiors, heavy duty tiles, so pathways, driveways, something like this. So it was not happening around 5 years before. And before, in last 5 years or 7 years, Indian mindset is continuously changing. People are putting more energy, money in designing and getting designed their houses, and they are upgrading themselves in buying the products. So the demand is raising, and demand is at rise. So people are also started manufacturing these products. And I hope in coming 5 or 7 years, we will find a lot of changes. Before I give you an example, like the 100% tile laying was done by cement. Anywhere you go, around 10 years before, if you say 100% tile laying was cement, there was nothing else. Today, almost 70% tile laying is done by a specialized mortar, which is available in different companies, which is like, specific mortar is available for, which is a mix of cement and epoxy and all other things, because they want a better fixing, they want better jointing, they want something. So it is changing. It is changing now. People have started accepting other products which are value-added product, one, which are a specialty product in terms of tile itself and in terms of additional and additive products also. So this is happening. And I think in coming years, people will be welcoming all these kind of products also.
Is enough being done towards communication with our specifiers? Because unless our architects and designers are not made aware of the qualities of the products, of the possibilities, things will not come down to the consumer level.
There is a big gap. Still, there is a very big gap, I would say, See, this is not happening only in ceramic industry. It is virtually happening in most of the industry, because the specifier has a very limited knowledge, or he has a just bookish knowledge, and he has got a very limited product knowledge or practical knowledge. For example, one architect might have a limited exposure to domestic market or residential market. He may not have a knowledge to a commercial building. So his knowledge is limited to for example, what is can be used for the bedroom or for the bathroom or for the living room. He may not know. It comes with the experience. It comes with the experience, knowledge, sharing knowledge, and practical assignment. So there is a big gap as of now. We need a lot of knowledge sharing, first of all, from industry to the specifiers, and vis-a-vis from them, they can ask several questions to us also. The more interaction is required so that the right product for the right cost can be utilized and can be supplied. Many a time people, they specify, they make a mistake that they recommend something wrong. For example, if you have a very heavy movement in any of the area, or we talk about a lounge, or we talk about a hotel lobby, or we talk about a airport lobby or something like this, you need something which has to be anti-skid, scratch resistant, and sturdy. Okay, but people, they miss it. They miss one or other point during this discussion, during this specification. Providing this specification, they may give anti-skid, but they will not give scratch resistant. If they give the scratch resistant, they forget to give you something like non-glass or matte finish tile, something like this. So it happens, and I personally have observed a lot during my travel interaction, that these kind of mistakes are constantly being done. So we need a much or more healthier interaction among ourselves, among the fraternity of construction industry.
If we were to look at the retailing or the selling aspect of the tile business and the bathroom fittings business, or for that matter, the entire building products business, how do you think retailing is changing? And going forward, what should retailers be doing to provide a better experience to their customers?
The customer is becoming day by day more powerful, and he is becoming a king. He is a knight now. Okay, so retailers have to become more aggressive. They have to be more delivery oriented. They have to be more service oriented, which was not there, especially in semi-urban areas or rural areas. They used to take it for granted, and ठीक है, आपने tile मांगा, 3 दिन बाद देंगे, 3 का 7 दिन हुआ चलेगा, something like this. But today, customer is becoming more choosy. He has got a lot of options available. If I do not service my customer, or my dealer do not service my customer, he will immediately switch his loyalty to somebody else, and he'll go to another dealer. So retail is becoming, it's something like food. For example, a food. If I am owning a restaurant today, if I am not tied up with 2 or 3 delivery channels, I may be losing my 20-25% sales. It is not necessarily everybody is coming to my restaurant every day and eating there. Only people today, young generation, they want to have a party at home. They will invite food. They will call food at home and they'll enjoy a party till late night at home because they don't want to go out. Okay. So if I am not connected with something like Swiggy or something like Food Panda or Uber Foods or anything like this, I'll be missing that market. Same. If my dealer is not providing those kind of aggressive services, anything, maybe providing samples, providing knowledge, sharing knowledge, providing a small lot requirement or renovation requirement, then he will be missing the sales. So we keep telling our guys in the sales department and our associates and as a dealership network that please be aggressive and control market as much as possible. Do not lose any customer. Do not lose any sales tip. Try to acquire as much as possible. Try to service as much as possible, and make sure that your numbers are increasing every day. But without better services, I think no company can survive. People expect much better result, much better service than previous times.
This is the case even in smaller towns and these semi-urban and rural markets.
Uh, of course, I mean, see, customer is well educated now. It's not the time when customer was not educated. He will take, a physical round of the tile market or paint market or wooden market, and then only he will understand. Today, before he goes, he has prices in his hand. He has the quality in his hand. He has the catalogs already downloaded with him. So the things are changed, and even in villages, thanks to our this young generation and they are very friendly with this technology. Okay, they are very with their technology savvy, whether it is rural area or the downloading or surfing and these kind of a thing. You find that even rural areas, if you see, there was a Chinese app a couple of months before TikTok. The 70% TikTok used to come from the rural areas, not from urban areas. Okay, so it means they were so familiar with app, and they were uploading their videos so nicely, passionately, and they were enjoying. And same course with the user of the TikTok. If you see, the 70 to 75% were the villagers or the rural area people, not the urban area people. It means they have already grasped this technology. They are very familiar and they are comfortable in using this technology. So this generation is very smart, I would say.
What can companies do to strengthen their bonds with their dealers, their channel partners? Because this is a very, we don't see much loyalty in brands, either because the margins are low or it's all about heavy duty marketing and branding. How can companies increase the loyalty of their dealers?
Uh, uh, this is a big issue and big problem for a lot of branding companies basically. Uh, Service is one of the very important thing and margin is another thing. If you are not providing them good service and good margins, they will not work with you because there is an alternative product is available. One. And third important thing is the kind of product basket you have. I am so proud to proclaim that Asian Granito has got the largest product basket in the country today. We are the only one from bath fittings to quads. Like it's such a huge range we have. Like we have quads, we have marble, we have tiles, we have porcelain tile, GVT, PGVT, slabs, then sanitary ware, bath fittings. Nobody else can provide this. Okay. So our dealers by and large are very satisfied because he gets a truck duly mixed up and filled with all the products, and he is happy that from one company I can get everything. So most of the dealers, especially in rural areas or in metros also, they want that when they are calling a truckload, it should not consist only of one product, one design, one type of a tire. It should consist the whole requirement of his shop or his display center or his client. So with Asian Granito, it becomes very easy for them that they have the whole product range and we supply them the whole product range. For us, comparatively, it is little easier as of now to control loyalty, and we are very happy to say that our most of the dealers are continuing as long as almost to 10 to 15 years.
What is your approach towards e-commerce?
I can only use one word. It is future of business basically. So lot more to learn, lot more to expect, and lot more to happen. Only thing is a product something like which is ceramic tile, which is a very heavyweight item. Okay, how and the payment platform. These two things are important. One is the delivery and supply of the tile, and second is the payment platform. These two things are to be must in a right combination, right way. Once it is done, I think e-commerce will help a lot. And I am sure it is going to be future with post-COVID. It will become, it is more sure. There was some question marks about e-commerce maybe a year back, but in last 6 months, it has become the thing for future.
You have said that almost 70% of your sales come from 60% of your sales come from projects and 40% from retail. Whereas if you see the industry on as a whole, 70% of sales come from retail. So what is the history behind this reverse split in your revenue?
You are very right. See, till 2020, 1920, if you see, financial year 2019-20, we were like this. We were like this. But from the 19 itself, our top management, including our managing director, Mr. Mukesh Patel, Mr. Kamlesh Patel, we all together, we had a lot of brainstorming session and we started shifting our move from institutional to retailers. And today, I think our synergy is also has changed, and our combination of the market is also like reverse now. We are also 60% now in retail and 40% post-COVID. Post-COVID, definitely we are more than 60% in retail and 30 to 40% in institution, or less than that also. And we would like to continue that. We would like to continue that. And in fact, in this year, I think our target is around 70% retailing and 30% institution.
For that, you will need to further expand your dealer network and touch points. You have, I think you have said you have got about 6,500 touch points, which you plan to take to 10,000.
Perfect, perfect.
So how are you planning to do that, and in which geographies?
See, recently we have added one kind of a scheme also where we are not only appointing dealers, we are promoting and we are motivating youths also to get involved directly into our channel sales. Okay, we are giving them a lot of electronical or digital support to them, providing them e-catalogs and other support, our other sales materials to them, so that they can become an associate with Asian and they can be our promoter in their local areas of 5 to 7 kilometers or 10 kilometers, and they can start getting some commercial gains out of this. So this is something new, which is like, kind of our chairman says it is Atmanirbhar Bharat program, so he is contributing a lot into it. Basically, what are we doing? We are offering youths to get associated with us. We invite applications. Our department, they keep sending it, this kind of fillers or mailers to the youth, unemployed youth. We request them to join us. We make a kind of a small interview process and selection process. We select them and they are directly connected with our marketing department with a specific app or a specific support system. And they are entitled to sell Asian tiles in their region. So this will increase a huge number of touch base in the coming 2 years with us. Besides our natural growth of dealer and distribution network.
So will there be a these youth and the dealers, or will they work independently of each other?
Of course, this youth will be eventually connected with the local dealer. They will be a kind of a sales rep from the company side, connected with the local dealer. So the service part will be done by the dealer, but only the promotional part will be done by the youth. Whenever there is any inquiries raised from him, any sales is raised from him, he will get his coverage, he'll get his margin or his incentive also, and the ultimate sale will be booked by the dealer.
In terms of marketing, we have seen that most of the tile brands have roped in influencers as their brand ambassadors. Probably, I think perhaps most of the top Bollywood stars are endorsing some brand or the other. Asian Granito has not yet appointed anyone as a brand ambassador. Is that a matter of policy, or are you waiting for the right time?
No, we are not averse to any such idea, first of all. But our product speaks as of now for ourselves. So, I mean, I am happy. Without brand ambassador, also we are growing better than the industry growth, and we are doing phenomenally well. You know, last year was also our growth was very good. This year we are anticipating a growth of 9 to 10%, which is almost like 3 to 4% above the industry average. So I think so far we are doing pretty well without any such support. As and when it is needed, definitely we'll rope in some good brand ambassador. We are open to that idea. We are having no other idea, and we appreciate whomsoever is doing it. There is nothing wrong in doing that.
You have got about nine manufacturing facilities,
Absolutely right.
and through which you control about 24 million square meters of production capacity.
Little more than that, yes, you're right. Little more.
Whereas the other leaders have as much as 74 million square meters of production capacity. So how important is it to have your own capacity to achieve growth?
See, comparatively, Asian is a very younger company. If you see historically, those companies have 40 or 55 or 50 years history. Asian is a very young company compared to them. But if you see our CAGR, it is 40%. It means we are going much better and much faster than anybody else, and we would like to maintain our CAGR for coming years also. So I am sure, I mean, touching that point is not going to be a major issue or major bottleneck or hurdle for us. We are constantly progressing, we are constantly doing it, and we will keep doing it. And I'm sure in coming couple of years, we will be at par with them.
What are your capex plans?
Sorry, I could not get this question.
What are your specific plans for capacity expansion?
See, as of now, for the next year, we would like to grow by 10 to 12%. We are growing in, we are adding our couple of lines in parts also. We are adding couple of lines in ceramic and slabs also. We are also open to any kind of inorganic growth where we can take over some available companies and we can acquire the majority shareholding. So that is also under pipeline. We want to do that. In this year, at least, 2 or 3 units we would like to take over or acquire. And similarly, our parts capacity, enhanced capacity would come into operation by the end of this financial year. So we are already on job work for this. And we will maintain our 10 to 11% growth 100%.
In terms of your product mix, as you mentioned, you got probably the widest product portfolio in the industry. Though traditionally you have been a surfaces solutions provider. My question is that how is each of your segment doing? How is each of your product segment doing towards contributing to your overall revenue?
Yes. See, our 70% business comes from our core business. Core business is tiles. Okay. But as I told you earlier also that our dealer expect that we should provide them the full basket of product range. Okay. So we are into sanitary, we are into bath fitting also, and we are into some other supporting like quartz and marble also. As far as my knowledge is with the company's concerned, 70 to 75% revenues are coming from our core business. Remaining 30% we have marble, we have quartz, we have sanitary, we have then bathware also. This year we are expecting from bathware business almost like 20 crore rupees business we will get it from bathware also. Quartz in coming year will give us more than, in next financial year will give us something around 100 crore plus. And bathware also will give us good support in this year. And marble is giving something around 7% of the total sales. We are anticipating this year 1300 plus crore top line. So out of that, almost like 7% will come from the marble. And quartz is giving something around 15 to 16% as of now. And it will continue.
Are you manufacturing your own bathware?
As of now, we are not into manufacturing of bathware. We have our associates and we are doing with them.
And the same applies for sanitary ware as well?
Of course. But we have, see, these are very custom-made designs we have. We provide them the design, we provide them the technology, we provide them our inputs. And it's not just like, any common product. Our products are custom-made product, our own designs, our patented designs, in fact, I would say. So we are doing accordingly, like, whatever the product is being outsourced or our associates are providing, it is a specific design, specifications are designed by us, and we are providing them, and accordingly, it's a custom-made product basically.
If we come back to the subject of overseas markets, the global scenario, Indian exports have risen, as you have said, significantly. And our share in the global supply of tiles has grown from almost 2% in 2013 to now, nearly 10%. However, our price realizations remain abysmally low, probably the lowest in the world. If I'm not mistaken, we are realizing about $7 to a square meter. So, is our growth of exports because of low price?
See, I think I would say our core specialty and market is that only. The $4 to $7 is the right now. Even if you see, when China used to dominate the market and 60% was with China pre-COVID. But China was also specialized initially when we talk about 2000 to 2010. China was selling same $3 to $5 product world over, and they were happy with that. Over the period of time, they graduated to bigger, larger size, and they started exporting them, and their realization also increased. As of now, when we talk about the larger slabs or larger product or high value tiles, this market is controlled by Italy and Spain.
Right?
By Italy and Spain. Okay, India, Turkey, Brazil are comparatively new entrant into this global market. China is one among them, but it is slowly going out of this market because now Italy and Spain is controlling and more aggressively working in this market and placing their products in this market. India is relatively is a new entrant, but I am sure in coming year our realization will also increase and our market share in that upper class and niche market will also increase.
How will that happen? What are the reasons? What is the basis of growing in the upper markets? Design, again, product development, quality. What will play the major role?
As far as design and quality is concerned, we are at par with Spanish and Italian tiles. There is no difference between Indian tiles and Italian tiles and Spanish tiles. It comes to marketing, branding, and approach. We are lagging there. So we need to be more organized. We need to be more brand conscious. We need to be more aggressive, and we need to have a more professional services and approach to the market.
What are Granito strategies towards export?
See, we are opening our own offices in USA also in West also, placing our own executive in coming year. Our team is almost like we are raising by 5 times. International marketing team, we are raising almost by 5 times from 2019 to 2020. The team numbers are exponentially is increasing, and we are focusing a lot on international marketing because domestic market, international market is growing very fast, and we see a good result. And as I mentioned earlier also that last year we exported something around 150 crore. But this year our target is around 300 crore plus. So you can see that how much energy we are putting in for international market, and we are very confident with this quarter closing down. We are very, very sure that we will achieve 300 crore target because we have enough orders in hand and our guys are very aggressive. They are very sure that they will achieve this target.
That would amount to nearly 25% of your top line coming from
absolutely right. Absolutely right. Correct.
And in that sense, you might be one of the largest exporters from India.
We will be one among the largest and only largest in the listed companies. There are few listed companies we have, but we would be leading them we would be the largest, much ahead of other peer companies on listed entities.
Out of your export, what role do quartz have? How big is quartz a contributor to your export?
Quartz is it's like, it's like icing on cake, you can say, something like this thing. We have a vanilla ice cream with us, okay, which is our product, all the product range, and quartz is sitting on the top of it as a flavor. It's like mango or strawberry, whatever you call it, something like this. So it is flavoring, okay. Our EBITDA level increases by quartz. The total PET is increased by quartz. Quartz export gives us a lot of support. Quartz is a very important product today for us. We are focusing a lot on quartz itself also, and as I said, that we will have our own capacity expanded in the year end. So quartz is very important for us, especially for US market, because US market, US has banned already, banned in terms of like levied a very huge anti-dumping duty on Chinese product, on Chinese quartz. So the benefit is coming to Italy, Spain, Turkey, and India. And Indian product is very well accepted now in US. We are also exporting, and we will have a much better market share in US market now in coming.
If we were to look at the service side of the tile industry, is the installation, which requires a lot of to be able to complete installations in a perfect manner. What role important is it for companies to invest in skill development?
To remain continuous as a leader, you need to sharpen your edges always. It is very important, and that's what is needed. Whether we talk about our management level or we talk about the lower level also, we have to keep sharpening ourselves, and then that's a part of skill development. If we are not doing a skill development, whether it is technical, financial, or operational, it would be difficult for us to match with others. The example is the ambassador car, for example. With the largest network, largest acceptability, and a status symbol, it has turned to zero. If you go to 70s, 80s, keeping an ambassador car in your house, it used to be a status symbol. That you are a rich man, you own an ambassador. If you talk about networking, dealership networking, any village also you will get an ambassador dealer, or in a small area you will get an ambassador dealer, and spare parts are available. It was there. Today what happened, they could not keep up with the pace of life, pace of technology upgradation, pace of marketing. They are abolished completely. Okay. So something like, if we talk like, if we are not doing skill development of our manpower, our workforce, our employees, skill development of our associates, which includes our dealers, as you asked me, how the dealers can depend, and then skill development of even our other associates like architects, decorators, specifiers, something like that. If we can share knowledge with them, so this is needed. This is needed from all the angles, everywhere. And we focus a lot on skill development. We have our in-house training centers. We do keep training our people. We keep inviting international experts for the particular field, for like glazing, for digital, for double charge, or for large tile, something like this. They keep coming here. They keep give training to our staff. So that's a continuous process we adopt, and we are into it.
I think you've got such a comprehensive understanding and progressive approach towards this business.
Thank you so much.
And leaders like you will take Indian industry to a global platform. And we are, I think, just short of having Indian brands doing so well in international markets.
Deepak, in 2006, I was invited to a forum in Italy, okay, where India was not recognized at all, and Indians were not at all recognized. And they never appreciated that any Indian speaker comes on the platform of World Ceramics and speaks. So they used to like reject it. And that time I told one word I said, and people started laughing, that one day India will be a global leader in ceramics, and the day will come in my life itself. I said this thing, okay. I still hold my word that we will be among the top 3 in the world. we will be the global leader with the kind of support system we have from the government today, kind of aggression we have in the entrepreneurs in India, and the adoption of any new thing coming in. I am very, very sure, Deepak, that we will be global leader very soon in coming years, and I will see those days 100% in my own life.
Wonderful, wonderful. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
And wish you lots of wind in your sails so that your ships move much fast ahead. And thank you for joining us today in conversation with Deepak and sharing all your experience and your insights.
Thank you, Deepak. It is wonderful interacting with you, and always very nice to share something with you and keep learning or keep sharing knowledge with you. Thanks a lot for hosting me. Thank you very much.
I have one question from one of our viewers. What would be the strategy and roadmap for Indian manufacturers to beat Chinese manufacturers in volume?
If you see in last 10 years, our volume has multifold grown, and we will be growing it. In 2000, China, Foshan city has around 2,000 plants. And Foshan and around, okay? And Shandong had around 600 plants. So these were the two major reasons China was having, and very small in Shanghai area or something like that. And in India, we had that time almost around 40 plants. Again, and today China has almost around 3,500 plants all over China. And India has grown to almost around 950 plants, and 40 or 50 plants are coming in this year. So we will touch the number of 1,000. So against 2,600 or 2,700, at one point of a time we were having around 50 plants in India, and today we have already reached to 1,000 almost, and they have reached to 3,500. So if everything goes well, we will have enough muscle power to fight with them in global capacity map. Basically.
Thank you for this clarification. And with this, I once again thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Conversations with Deepak. Have a good day.
Thank you, and wish you same a very good day. Thank you so much.